Hello my Pisces friends, it's Guidinghalo here, and this is going to be a reading. It's called The Path Towards Enlightenment, okay? So this is going to be about how the divine, what trajectory they're trying to take you on to help you reach an understanding about where you're supposed to be. I'll need one card, please. For all those who have liked, shared, and subscribed, thank you for doing so. I really appreciate it. For all those who have not, I'd appreciate if you did so. And leave a comment. I do try and get back to everybody. Man, I have answered a lot of messages in the last little while. Let me tell you, it has been a pleasure sitting there reading about what you guys are doing, what you're up to, how the reading resonates with you, and all of your beautiful encouragement. I can't thank you guys enough for that. My Pisces friends, justice is coming to find you. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. The divine wants you to fight for yourself, apparently, to bring the scales of justice in some way, shape, or form. So let's see what's going on. And perhaps it could have something to do with money, I was just going to say. Because number 8 is the card of abundance, of money, of having those projects to go ahead and put your energy towards. So perhaps you want justice where your money is concerned, and it's very possible you feel that the divine hasn't been just in this situation. I see the divine coming to bring you a new cup of love, a new cup of something that you get to fill with emotion. Okay, this isn't always, in my opinion, about love. It's something that you're very emotional about. Could be you're very emotionally attached and passionate about your money. It could be your children. It could be the money that you give your children even. It could be someone stepping in to cause, I was just going to say, you know, you're feeling defensive, make you feel like you have to stand up for yourself. But this is the 9 of Wands. There's only one wand to collect. But this dude here, he's battled. He's bloody. He's bruised. He's like got to defend these wands and everything he's created and protected. And you got one wand left to collect before you can create that passion project. But what's stopping you up? What is stopping you up? Possibly a Capricorn? What's stopping you up is enlightenment between how the divine wants you to move in this situation and how you're choosing to. We have the World card here. This victory that you're going to have is the end of this phase and start of a new one. And my friends, when you have it, you step into Emperor mode. You become the emperor of your own life, the emperor of everything that you desire. I mean, the emperor sits on a throne. What's he do when he sits on his throne? He sits on his throne and says, oh, I'd like a drink of water, please. And magically it appears, you know. He's got people there, just like the divine is there to throw all this beauty into your life instantly, just by snapping your fingers, right? And you're sitting there and all of a sudden it comes, and perhaps I think your mind's going to be a little on the blown side, my friends. I think so. Because it's like you've been struggling so hard. It's been an absolute fight, an absolute struggle. And the divine is trying to show you, I believe, that through some of this struggle, it's trying to show some of you, not all of you, that through this struggle of trying to understand where justice lies in your life, in the situation that you're in, or whatever this is about, in your path towards enlightenment, wherever the justice lies, it's coming for you. It's coming for you big time. So whether you've been sitting on the fence about something, whether you've been, you know, I don't know, whether you've been holding on to your funds or trying to build your financial stability and you think you can't have anything emotional before that financial stability comes in, you feel very leery about anything that has to do with emotion. And that's a shadow work situation. That's the divine trying to give you a balance between what you think to be true and what they know to be true. And it's about opening your psychic connection between you and the divine, and how you're actually going to step forward and use that new trajectory. Use that new trajectory for what the divine has for you, has in store. All right, so we have justice coming for you, my friends. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So if you're dealing with somebody who's sitting in shadow energy, or if this is your guys' energy, and you're dealing with this, the divine wants you to go ahead and cut out the BS. That's what justice is all about. It's like returning the scales to balance. You could also be dealing with a Libra or a Capricorn or a different type of earth sign. But this is all about being grounded in, and we have the scales and balance here right in the middle, scales of justice right there. And we have someone very grounded on the left side, sitting there all pretty with their pentacles, you know, perfect, basically hubby or wife material. And then we have the devil on the other side. So perhaps you guys are sitting there thinking, I can't be hubby or wife material. No. Why? Because I'm enjoying playing in my shadow side right now. And, you know, you could free yourself from that, but I think you find a lot of safety and a lot of security sitting there playing in your shadow side. And no one is there to judge that, but the divine is going to step in when it's time and say, my friends, it's time to move upward and onward. Enough shadow side. We've got a cup here. A cup of something to fill with beautiful emotion that's going to bring you out and out victory if you step into this justice the divine's trying to bring you. So are you going to step into it? Are you going to take this beautiful cup that's been shown to you straight from the hand of God out of some very tumultuous times? Look at these clouds are like, you know, this could be the clouds of tornadoes and whatever, you know, big stormy times, and the water's finally calmed. And the divine just all of a sudden out of the gloominess steps in there and hands you this beautiful cup of emotion that you get to fill with whatever you choose. And it brings you a victory. This is public recognition. This is awards. This is security and knowing that you've done well. This is the divine's way of this cup that the divine's giving you to fill this new thing, brand new thing, huge brand new thing the divine is giving you, you know, is trying to bring victory into your life in a massive way. Victory over your shadow side, victory possibly even over Wyatt is that you're still single if you are. Victory perhaps over dealing with this here, this energy right here, okay? You're very leery, you're very concerned, you're very worried about anyone coming in to take that which you've created. Perhaps you've had people come in before that have totally used you for money. Or perhaps you step into this energy of the giver all the time and you end up giving and giving and giving to people, and then when you have less, then you blame them, but you are the giver. So how does that work? How is the divine trying to enlighten you in that way? Well, let me tell you something. When you embrace the fact that you're a giver and you embrace the fact that you love to give and you like to help and you like to support purely from the goodness of your heart, and it is okay because you end up with some sort of sick satisfaction from it, I hear you. When you end up with some sort of sick satisfaction from it, you know, and you learn that it's okay to do that. It's okay to be who you are. And it's not about expecting things in return. It's not even about expecting thank you. There's so many people that do so much for others and they say, I'm so tired of doing stuff for ungrateful people. Well, then I have to sit there and get them to look in a mirror and say, why is it that you need somebody to be grateful to what you give them if you are actually doing it for divine purpose? There's no gratefulness that should come to you except between your relationship with you and your inner being and straight to the divine. There should be no need for thanks. There should be no need for nothing from anybody. It's simply you do it because you get a sick satisfaction out of being a gift yourself to other people. You enjoy being the present. And it's not what you give them that's the present. It's you. It's you you're giving, you that is the present. And when you understand that and you look at it that way, my Pisces friends, all of a sudden you sit there and go, oh, no way. I've been set free. I'm allowed to give without thinking I have to have it back. I'm allowed to give just understanding that, wait a second, I do get joy out of this. I get joy out of just simply giving. Perhaps that's someone's victory. Perhaps when you realize that that's your victory that comes with this Ace of Cups here, that new start in understanding that being leery about who you give to and who's going to take from you and all of this sort of stuff has nothing to do with it. And when you set yourself free from that kind of dimensional reality, I would like you guys to say, I reject that reality and I'm going to place it with my own. And when you place it with your own, place it with the fact that you are allowed to give. It is beautiful to give, and God put giving, loving people on this planet for a reason. You do not give to get back. You don't even need a thank you. When you give, it's because your heart is overfilled with joy, and really and truly you give because it brings you so much reward in your heart to do so. That's what true giving is. And when you accept yourself as that person, that giver that gives because it brings you joy, you do it for you, not for anybody else, all of the rest comes really easy and it flows, and you lose resistance between your inner being is here, understanding and knowing exactly what I'm saying, and you're over here feeling angry and frustrated because no one gives back to you and you're a giver and you give. If you're feeling this way, you have to know that the divine that is within you, your inner being, is sitting there saying to you, I feel differently about this. You need a perception change, okay? That's what it comes down to. And go ahead and pray and ask the divine to come in and move you in the right direction. It is okay to be a giver. It is okay to love. And it is okay to do it for the pure satisfaction that you feel in your heart. It doesn't matter who you're giving to. It doesn't even matter what you're giving. All it matters is that you feel good. Yep, that's all that matters. Yep. Person could be addicted to that feeling good. It's almost like a set of dopamine just releases when you give because it feels amazing. And when you understand this victory and you get this victory, for those that this message is for, it may not be for many, but when you understand it and you get this victory, all of a sudden one phase ends and a new one starts, my friends, and you sit on the throne as emperor. Do you know why? Because you're owning who you are. You're owning the truth of who you are, the beauty of who you are, not how anyone else expects you to be. I once had someone tell me that I would never have money because I give it all away. And I said, isn't that interesting? Because I always have money to give. Well, there's a thought for you, hey? All right, let's read what the divine has to tell you here. Now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. That's what I'm talking about between your inner being and the you that lives here in the 3, 4, 5D, whatever D we're in. Okay, so your inner being feels differently about the situation than you do. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. And I believe that's about judgment for yourself. I think a lot of you peoples, Pisces, my loves, are judging yourself because of who you are. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say, now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. See, they've got you. They know it's time to step back. They know that you need understanding in whatever circumstance, whether this is what I was talking about, whatever this is for you, this justice that's coming in, the balance between being this solid person and delving in your shadow side, the love that's coming, the victory you're going to have over this shadow with this love, perhaps bringing stability, ending this leery, this whole 9 of Wands protective thing, I got to save myself thing all the time from other people, from everybody, because no one's out there for any good other than to take advantage. There's huge victory coming. There's end of the phase, and you sit there, my beauties, as emperor at the end of the day. That is beautiful. All right, let's look at these. The Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. That's beautiful. Card number 7. The Sun Dancers, joyful, activity, celebration of life and abundance. Beautiful. Let's read what they have to say. Card number 7, the Well Watcher. The Well Watcher. Okay, where's card number 7? Having a hard time turning pages today. You guys having a hard time turning the page and finishing that phase and starting a new one, having a hard time turning the page and writing a new chapter. Someone might be. The Well Watcher signals the need to go within to complete the true source of power in the world, which he reminds you is that of the divine. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this unseen power will be there and will be yours to align with. The affirmation of prayers will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution to your life. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all and for the true manifestation of my purpose. You will know the way forward by the still, small voice within, that's your inner being. The divine also may answer your call by sending others to help guide you. Beautiful. Oh, we need one more. The Sun Dancers, card number 32. Oops, 31. Almost there. You're almost there, guys. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You're almost there. Okay? Take a deep breath. All right. The Sun Dancers. As your ally, the Sun Dancer celebrates you now and reminds you of the law of success and praise. Anything you place your attention on will manifest an experience. So the laws are always perfect. Expect the best and praise it in advance. This unleashes the magic of mystical magnetic energy, drawing circumstances to you to create the reality you envision. Give thanks in advance for the grace and goodwill of the divine. Be willing to dance the victory dance. Right there. Be willing to dance the victory dance, my friends, as if your greatest dreams are realized, and watch how easily things begin to fall into place. Stay positive and leave the timing up to the divine. All things are possible now. Dance the joy of being and celebrating your life and abundance today. Beautiful. So I've decided to start doing extended readings, which you guys can purchase on my website. I'll be putting the link in the video down below. So I hope you guys enjoy them. I'm not going to create the main readings any shorter than they are or have always been. Okay, so you're still going to get your full amount of the beauty that was coming to you. All right. So if you'd like to purchase the extended, I do charge $1 per minute of the video in the extended reading. That's how that all works. Okay. I hope y'all have a blessed August. It looks to me like y'all are coming into some new psychic awareness, and that the divine wants you to step back so you can look at things from a different perspective. There's a perspective change needed here, my friends. I will talk to you later. Blessings.